It is time for Hamish VS Andy.
Oh, special effects.
Good special effects. Everybody knows that reversing a car with a camera is much easier.
What is less easier is the sport of backwards racing, where you have to reverse through the streets of Bangkok using this specially built helmet.
Yeah. Like a car, it has a camera at the back linked to a screen on the inside so you can see what's going on. Unfortunately, once you put the helmet on, that's all you can see. So over a 6-kilometre race, it gets pretty confusing. Welcome to backwards racing.
OK, race fans, welcome to Bangkok for backwards racing. Even the locals know how big this event is.
Big, oh my God!
As Hamish Blake and Andrew Lee make some final preparations ahead of this backwards race, Ryan Shelton will explain the rules.
Backwards racing sees two competitors wearing specially sealed helmets with a camera on the back and an interior screen on the front, permitting them to only see what's behind them as they move backwards for 6 kilometres. Competitors must also buy one item along the way, either a pair of fisherman pants or a drink. Back to you.
Thank you, Ryan. As Blake and Lee say goodbye to the forwards world they know so well, they learn what it's truly like to have eyes in the back of your head. If you were a cyborg Cyclops. Time now for the coin toss.
Where's that coin toss? I think he's behind you. Oh, you got him, yeah.
This will determine what item Lee has to buy, the drink or the pants. Well, I don't know why our official didn't just tell them the outcome.
It's a bottle.
It's a bottle. So Lee has the drink and Blake the fisherman pants. They now get down onto the starting blocks and Ryan is again our man on the ground.
Yes, Ian, they'll be starting right here where the sign says start.
That's obvious.
They'll make their way then right down this alleyway where there are lots of obstacles, but we'll see how they go. Back to you.
Thank you, Ryan. Both awaiting the starter's pistol now. And we're away. Well, Lee is, but Blake's lost a shoe. Oh no, tragedy early. The start is so important. Will he be able to make back this ground? Yes, probably. Lee's got no idea. In fact, how far into the race are we now? Well, just under 6 kilometres. Pretty much the full race still to go. Cancel your dinner plans, race fans. We could be in for a long one. Down the alley they go now. Lee putting some distance on Blake.
I feel like I'm picking up some pace.
He certainly is, but how will he use this advantage to his advantage? Because Blake is floundering. Oh, quick thinking from Lee, who peels off to buy his item early.
Hello.
But what drink will he choose?
One water.
A water! And the shopkeep realises the urgency and moves appropriately to honour the water order with speed. Lee's clearly overpaying here.
Thank you.
But there's Blake.
Gotta get past him.
Blake takes the lead, while a clumsy Lee struggles with a protective plastic cover. Ryan is with the shop owner, I believe. Ryan?
Yes, Ian, I'm with her now. You just sold Andy a water.
She wants money, Ryan. Ryan, give her money, Ryan.
No.
Well, amateur error from Ryan. Money would have got her talking. Meanwhile, Blake, still ahead, draws closer to the end of the alley.
Oh, this is tight.
Oh, no! He could get crushed to death here. Oh, he doesn't. Well done. He's not out of the danger zone yet. Well, while this is dangerous, it's important to remember that it's also quite funny. As the two draw neck and neck now, they complete stage one of this heart-stopping race. Let's actually check those heart rates now. Oh, God. It seems Lee is dead. Oh, what a way for his family to find out. Oh, hang on. It's not plugged in. Right. Apologies for that. For stage two, Lee has opted for the SkyTrain, while Blake has elected to backwards hail a tuk-tuk.
No taxis.
While Lee soars up those stairs towards the SkyTrain, Blake has somehow successfully hailed a tuk-tuk.
Hello.
He struggles to climb in. That won't bother these drivers who are accustomed to wobbly travellers, who've probably been drinking all night at a cheap Bangkok bar where Midori Illusion shakers are 2 for 1 before midnight and shots are 50 baht a pop if you know the bartender. Yeah, best night of my life.
Yes.
Lee now. Will his ticket work? You betcha. Green means go, and go he does. Blake is also away in that tuk-tuk.
Making good time. Great weather.
Textbook small talk. But Lee is stranded and in desperate need of a train.
Okay, I'm freaking out now because of the train situation.
But there's no train in sight, and that's great news for a fast-moving
Do
Blake.
you mind if I read a magazine? Oh, right, every time. Let me know if you want help with directions.
3 minutes now, and still no train. The authorities watch on and could cut Lee's race very short as Blake exits his tuk-tuk and makes his way to the park.
I'll never forget you. You might have made me win.
Ryan's with Lee.
Yes, Ian, I think the train's just approaching now, so he will be back on track in no time. He'll be back on track in no time. Back on track. Didn't even mean it. Back to you.
That's strike 2, Ryan. As we take Lee's camera now, and finally the train arrives. Can Lee board before the guard reaches his platform? He waits for the doors.
Open. Sorry. Had to come.
He's on! It's an escape worthy of a Hollywood blockbuster written and directed by me and starring Colin Farrell. He's on the move again, but Blake still has a solid lead. At least Andrew Lee is now on the comeback train. Put that on the poster. Blake negotiates the park.
Still gotta get those pants. Gotta get those pants.
Well, that's right. He does have to buy those fisherman pants. I'd forgotten about that, if I'm being honest. Lee, meanwhile, exits the train, and will you look at that technique? Just perfect. And into the park he goes, where Blake seems a little bit, well, lost.
Sorry.
Oh, no, down he goes. It's like watching a headless chook, but with a head that's been put on backwards. As we look at a map, Blake's path looks like the crayon doodling of a 4-year-old. But Lee has taken the direct route, and yes, he pushes past Blake, who is still an utter mess.
Hello. I'm not drunk. I'm very sober. It's just a backwards race.
Yeah, a case of 1 step back, 2 steps forward, which not only demonstrates poor skill, but it's also kind of against the rules here. Lee enters the Chatterjack market now. Ryan, this'll be tough.
Yes, Ian, it's very challenging. The biggest challenge here is resisting these bargains. As you can see, some of these sales are for today only, I've been told, so tough to keep away. Back to you.
Do get me one of those in blue. No, green! Here comes Lee now, only 800 metres from the finish line with a huge lead, about to take the corner to the right of your screen. But wait! Oh, no! Lee's gone the wrong way. Well, I stand to lose a fair bit of money on that.
Don't hit.
Blake catching up as Lee continues on the wrong path. Ryan, are you there?
20 baht.
This one is
Ryan!
1,200 baht for
So useless. Ryan!
Oh, no, 20.
20 baht. Can
Hi, Ian. Yeah, no, things are going great. Back to you.
That's strike 2.5, Ryan. This is now anyone's race. Blake takes the correct turn. Lee is still going the wrong way, but of course Blake is yet to buy his fisherman pants. Stick around, race fans, with the pressure back on Lee's back. We'll be back for the back half of this backwards race very shortly. Back to you. Welcome back to Bangkok. Blake and Lee still in Chatterjack Market, somewhere amongst this chaos. Ryan, have you spotted them?
No, I don't know where they are.
Well, that's clearly a problem. Can you text them, Ryan?
I don't think they've got their phones on them. I could try, though. Back to you.
Well, they were last seen earlier entering the market when Lee essentially handed Blake the lead on a silver platter after he carelessly went the wrong way. I believe Ryan has finally found the unaware Lee now, who's still going the wrong way.
Yeah, Ian, I'm right with him now. Andy, how do you think you're going?
I've got this, mate. I know I've left him for dead in the park.
Are you going to tell him, Ryan?
It sounds like he thinks he's going quite well. Back to you.
Very cruel, Ryan. Hamish moves even further ahead as we see the difference between the two on the map. But wait, I think the penny has dropped for Lee. He can sense something's NQR, and yes, drop goes the penny as the crowd watches on in utter shock. The fact that Blake still has to buy those fisherman pants could be Lee's only saving grace.
Pants. I need pants.
Well, out of nowhere, here comes Lee, like Michael Jackson, moonwalking himself back into contention like the smooth criminal he is. What a thriller. Don't stop till you get enough. Oh, what now?
Nice and cool.
Danger for Blake, who's attracted a security guard.
Everything's fine, sir.
And he's been physically grabbed.
I need fisherman pants.
Where's he taking him? Is this curtains for Blake? Lee, meanwhile, pushes forward. Backward. The clock tower draws nearer, and there's the split as Blake is dropped right next to some fisherman pants.
Fisherman pants?
Can he make the compulsory purchase in time?
Fisherman pants? Fisherman?
Oh, my word!
Kiss my behind!
An incredible comeback from Lee. Blake's still negotiating.
How much?
He closes and tries his best to put them on, but I fear it's all too late.
Yee-hoo!
As Lee is powering to the finish line. Both racers now moving inexplicably in slow motion. Can Lee hold on here? Blake's trying hard, but no. Lee's got it. Lee wins. Ryan's with him now.
Wow, Andy, great news. You've won the race. You haven't taken that helmet off yet. You must be feeling great.
Yeah, great. Sorry,
So
the
just
mic's...
having trouble putting the mic in the right
I
place.
can't see you though, mate.
Oh, sorry, here I am.
Oh, gee, you're sweaty.
Whoa, and there's Hamish. Great job
Well
with both of them.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It's very hot out here. I should have worn my shorts
Oh,
like I told the producers. Back to you.
Thank you, Ryan. And like I always say, I'm Ian Danter and Nai Retnat. That's Ian Danter backwards, and that's me.
If you like that, click here.
Did you like that one, Ham?
I did.
Yeah, same. You like this next one better.